killer. Oh, killer. Oh, killer. To these little niggas that the 22 fella. Bitch, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm in my bag. Nah, sometimes I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm in my bag. Nah, bitch, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm in my bag. Nah, sometimes I'm in my bag. I don't even brag. Nah. Oh, killer. Oh, killer. Fool think he smooth till that 32 hit him. Oh, killer. Oh, killer. Fool think he smooth till that 32 hit him. Okay, sometimes I like the way got that Rolex on my right. Sometimes I cop that act, I mix that shit with the Sprite. I do a liquor to my left with your stripper on my right. And if Cleachy feelin' geechy, kiss that pussy goodnight. Alright, sometimes I'm going ape shit, caught that babe shit to death. Sometimes I hit up Soho, cop it till it's none left. Sometimes you got them bras, but can't keep your bras in check. Sometimes you got them airs, but I ain't wasting no breath. Sometimes I take a flight, trips with trafficking white. Sometimes I leave my wife and spend the night with my dice. That's right. Sometimes I sip some rock, Bel Air Rosé with the ice. Treat that pussy polite, like sometimes I'm precise. Sometimes I sip some rock, that Bel Air Rosé with ice. Treat that pussy like fuck it. I know just what you like. I know several bitches that do whatever for flight. I just slide in the leash, now I'm telling the price. Like, bitch, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Sometimes I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Bitch, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Sometimes I'm in my bag, I don't even brag, nah. Oh, killer. Oh, killer. Fool think he smooth till that 32 hit him. Oh, killer. Oh, killer. Got it. Fool think he smooth till that 32 hit him. Sometimes I smoke, sometimes I drink, sometimes I pop the paint. I might wake up and go no shirt, I might just rock a mink. Sometimes I whip my 30 out like, bitch, what the fuck you think? Oh, we like Frank, Jack, what else? Lincoln. Sometimes I hit the scene, me and my whole team is stanky. Sometimes I buy her big shit, sometimes it's just a trinket. Sometimes I like them famous, everything stay in Vegas. Bet your lady finna vegan, I give her meat till she thank me. I'd like to take a bitch that like to wait a bit, fake and take a bit, feed her pills, shut her up, make her lay and take the dick, make her flick, sunset, Indiana pace bitch. Sometimes I beat that pussy up, she call me one time. It's been a long night, love it when she on time. Beat that pussy up and then I go on till that one spot. Hit it, don't stop. Quit it, hit it, long term. Hit it, don't stop. Quit it, hit it, long term. Bitch, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Sometimes I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Bitch, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Sometimes I'm in my bag, I don't even brag, nah. Bitch, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Sometimes I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Bitch, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm in my bag, nah. Sometimes I'm in my bag, I don't even brag, nah. Oh, killer. Oh, killer. Fool think he smooth till that 32 hit him. Oh, killer. Oh, killer. Fool think he smooth till that 32 hit him.
Hello, world. Welcome to the OG Ty Podcast with your host, Tyrone Dawson. 901 D Street, Southeast Washington, D.C. For all those who are from Washington, D.C., know what that address means. And if you are from out of state, if you're from another city, that is what we call D.C. jail. I'm going to break down my experience living in D.C. jail for 180 days. Day one. So, I was at a place where I shouldn't have been, starting trouble. Had to go to court 2 days later. I go to court, 3 bouncers was walking down the courthouse. As I'm looking to my left, I'm watching them come towards me. 6'5", 280 pounds. It was 3 of them. As they were coming to me, they were scrapping their gloves up. I knew what was going on. 2 days prior, I just got in some trouble, and I left the scene. So as they walking towards me, I could feel that they had their eyes on me. They walk up to me and say, "Hello, are you Tyrone Dawson?" I say, "Yes." They told me get against the wall. I get against the wall, one hold my left arm, one hold my right, and one patted me down. They place handcuffs on me, and they proceed to walk me to the back of the courthouse. In the back of the courthouse, you have what you call jail cells, holding cells. So I'm sitting there for about 6, 8, 10 hours. So finally they said, "Mr. Dawson, the judge want to see you." I go in front of the judge. He bring up, "Why were you at this place and why did you leave the scene?" I explained to him that I was scared. He didn't want to hear that. Basically, he told me that with my prior records, that he had to put me away because I was going to get myself in trouble the route I was going. So basically what happened was I ended up doing 180 days in DC jail. So my experience of going to DC jail, once the judge gave me my sentence, bam, I was in. 2 hours later, they took everybody from out of the back of the court building that was in them cells. They put us on bus. They put handcuffs on your hands. They put shackle on your feet. It's a wire coming up towards your hands, extension to your feet. So basically you can only take one step forward, 1 feet at a time. So as we walking, we got on orange jumpsuits. We get on the bus. It's probably like 20-something people on that bus. They set me down on the 3rd row. I asked, "Can you remove me to the back of the bus?" The reason why, you don't want nobody behind you. You don't know these people. You don't know who you on the bus with. You don't know who don't like you. They moved me and the guy that I was shackled to the back of the bus because I asked. So now I'm able to watch everybody on the bus. By me being in the back, I could see everything forward. As we get off the bus, from the courthouse, we go down to DC jail, 901 D Street, Southeast Washington, DC. So we go through a gate. They open the gate. Once we go through the gate, they got security guards waiting for you, COs. As soon as we get off the bus, they lined us up. Told us, "They run this house. You listen to us. If you get out of order, we will put you in the hole." The hole is basically like an underground cell underneath the jail. It's very dark down there. They actually took us down there and said, "If you misbehave, this is where you're going." So as we line up, they tell us who and what these guys are. They were like military guys, but they worked for the correctional facility that we were in. So as we go in the bullpen, you got to get registered. You got to do a strip down. You get sprayed down with this spray. And then after that, you go take a shower. They give you some more clothes. So as I'm in the bullpen, I see this little dude from around my way. Around the way, he's a quiet, going to school little boy. He's about 3 years younger than me. So as I'm in the bullpen, I see this young cat. He done picked up some weight like he been lifting weights. He done grew his hair out, and his mannerism is just totally different. So I'm watching him. I walk up to him like, "What's up, there, man?" He like, "What's up, Ty? Blah, 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 blah. Man, what you doing down here?" I said, "Man, I got in some trouble. I'll be here for the next 6 months." "Man, you good." This is what he told me. "You good." So as we're in the bullpen, everybody's waiting to get registered in because you got to go into this office. You got to get your paperwork. They print up some paperwork with all your information on there, your case and all of this. So as I'm watching this young dude, he's quiet in my neighborhood. But all of these youngins was following him. They were following him. He was like controlling the jail in the bullpen. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching because this is not who I knew on the street, but in the jail, it seemed like he was running the joint. You know what I'm saying? All the little thugs or youngins, they was like, man up with him, like they were in the gang or something. So I was like real surprised to see that. But he did show me love. He introduced me to his little crew. Yeah, he from down the street, because the youngin' I'm talking about, he from 2 blocks up. He's not from my neighborhood, but he's 2 blocks up. But everybody knows everybody in our little community. So I just couldn't believe the mannerism that this guy had. He picked up some weight, grew his hair out, and it's like he belonged in that jail. So as I get my paperwork, you got to go through this line. You got to do a strip search. You do the strip search. You cough, you bend over, blah, blah, blah. You know the procedures. They hose you down, make sure you don't have no big bugs on you. As soon as they spray you down, they give you a blanket, a cup, toothbrush, soap, just the little basic stuff you need before you go up to jail. So, it was like, "Tyrone, you're going to go to Northwest 2, Cell 4. That was my housing unit, Northwest 2, Cell 4. And I didn't really have no harsh crime. I had a crime of like, just, girlfriend, boyfriend, disputes and stuff like that. It wasn't nothing criminal, nothing where I tried to hurt nobody. It was just a misunderstanding between me and my ex. So, basically they just had to sit me down because I kept violating my restraining orders and all of that stuff. So, I ain't no gangster. I'm a smooth type dude. I'm a player type nigga. I ain't no gangster at all. I didn't even belong in there. Everybody who knew me was like, "Ty, this is not you." So I proceed to go up to Northwest 2, Cell 4. Well, first they tell you you're going to go to Northwest 2. So when you go to Northwest 2, you in like this little hallway with a door shut. So it may be 10 of y'all. Y'all got your mattress, or not your mattress, your blanket, your cup. So they tell you, "Hey, now you're a number. 1251, go to Cell 4. So I went to Cell 4, went in. So as I go in, my cellie's in there, white guy. He introduced himself. "Hey, how you doing? I'm such and such. If you have a problem with me being white, we can resolve this right now and you can get transferred to another room." I said, "Nah, you cool, bro. You cool." So I go in there. When you first go in there, all of this capping and you this and you done killed that person and you... First thing they going to say, "Let me see your paperwork." So go in there and tell the truth. Cause all that capping like you're a gangster and they see your paperwork, that's a red flag. You don't want to have no red flag when you want to go in direct and honest. Hey, I'm in here on some girlfriend and boyfriend. I ain't no gangster, but so I looked at the guy paperwork. He looked at my paperwork. Everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? We talked that night. We had a brief conversation. I said, look, don't come at me no way. I won't come at you no way. He said, all right, if I'm asleep, don't flush the toilet. I said, why? He's like, because, that's a violation. That'll wake you. I didn't know that. So he was like, if you sleep, I'm not going to flush the toilet. He was like, if you need privacy, put your blanket over your little cell so you can have privacy. So he's giving me this is my first time really being in a jail for that long. I'm usually in and out. I usually get like drinking in public, little stuff. So basically, we in there. So as the days going, we start to less communicate. We start less talking because now we're living together. So I got to respect his space. He got to respect my space. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You start to live your life. He start to live his life. But y'all just sharing rooms or whatever. So I was always getting canteen money. So I was able to get canteen every week. So it was this one guy, he ran the tier. What that means is when everybody's in this cell, he's out cleaning the tiers, mopping the floor, shining the floor. So those guys think they're a little superior than the guys that's just sitting in the cells with no jobs. So they got a tendency of running their mouth a little too much. And this one guy, he was running his mouth to me a little too much, and I ain't like it. So one day, he comes to my cell. He opened the door and he kicked the bucket in the cell and it hit my shin. I was pissed. I kicked it back at him. Boom. And it hit his shin. Right there, I started a beef with this guy. A personal beef. I didn't have a problem with him. He had a problem with me. But see, I'm learning the politics of prison now. So the next day or 2 days later, he would come around and collect everybody's canteen slip. So when he collected my canteen slip, he looked at me with this devil eye. I didn't get the message then. So he looking at me, collect everybody's canteen. He go around the whole block. We had 200 rooms. Each room holds 2 people. He go around everybody's block. Got their canteen. So 5 days later, you get your canteen stuff. So they going down cell 1, and they will call your name. Come get your canteen. Cell 2, they will call your name. Come get your canteen. So they get to cell 4. They call my cellie name, but they didn't call my name. I knew I gave him the paperwork. So my cellie come back. Back then, you was able to smoke cigarettes in the jail because they used to sell cigarettes then, but I think they stopped now. So my cellie, he would come in, have his little cigarettes, smoking, soups at night, Snickers, soap, T-shirts, socks, all of this good stuff. And I'm sitting there like, I know I gave this dude my canteen. So I'm thinking maybe he lost it. This is what I'm thinking. Maybe he lost it. Next week come around, same thing. I give him my canteen. He give me that devil eye. 5 days later, they call everybody. Cell 4. They still didn't call my name. Then I realized the politics of the jail system. This is how they play games with you. So because I kicked that bucket back at him, I guess he feel like I disrespect him. So he like, I'm not putting your canteen in. So after the third time he collected the canteen, he gave me that eye again. I said, my man, let me holler at you. I said, somehow we came off the wrong foot. I apologize if I disrespected you. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You new on the block and you coming in like you Superman. I said, look, man, I apologize if I disrespect you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? As men, I'm coming to you as a man. So I just wanted to let you know I understand the politics of this stuff, man. Nah, we good, man. We good. So we handshake. So I gave him my canteen slip 5 days later. Sell full, Tyrone, come get your canteen. I'm like, woo. So now that taught me a valuable lesson of the politics in the prison system. So now I use that to get what I wanted in jail because he taught me a valuable lesson. Respect someone. This is how you earn and receive respect. So me, I was getting so much money on my canteen. I had too much money to the point where I was just buying boxes of cigarettes because I knew everybody wanted to smoke. I didn't smoke cigarettes. I make chief here and there just when I want, but I didn't really never like cigarettes like that. So I bought a box of cigarettes. 2, but 3. I think I bought 3. So somehow the word got around. I had all the cigarettes. So now I'm politicking like a mug. 1 cigarette can get you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This how bad they wanted to smoke. Because you got to remember, you got ex-dope fiends that's going through withdrawals. So they want something to smoke to calm their nerves. So I was politicking. I said, okay, he taught me a valuable lesson how to politic in jail. So now everybody's coming to myself, hey, my man, you need socks? I was like, yeah, how many pay you? He like, I got 3 pay. Let me get you get all 3 on for 1 cigarette. So what they would do is break the cigarettes down. They would use toilet paper wrap 3 white boys off 1 cigarette. So 1 cigarette made 3 white boys. And when you smoke that toilet paper, the paper part that's got that ink on there, somehow that ink gets them higher when they smoke it with the cigarette. So that calms dope fiend nerves and all that down. So 1 cigarette, you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 1 cigarette, you get t-shirts, socks. I mean, they was coming to our door every day. Man, I got this. I'm just giving, so yeah, let me get that. Man, my celly, we had so much stuff. It was unreal. I was like, man, whatever you want, get whatever you want. So on the side of my room, I had all these soups, cookies. I had all this stuff. On his side of his room, he just had like little, pack here, pack there, pack there. So I said, man, whatever you need, let me know that you're getting it and you can have it. But just let me know you're getting it. He was like, okay. So now, your name is ringing around the facility that your unit on, the unit. So now you got troublemakers coming at your door. And there was this one dude named Sam. He was from up Northwest. And he was part of the Muslim crew. So Sam was like the enforcer of the Muslim crew. So like I told you, now I got cigarettes. That's like you having a kilo of cocaine in the jail system. You got cigarettes. That's like having all the coke, all the weed, all the dope. So now here comes trouble. So this guy's cutting in my business. First of all, he's walking in my cell like, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm saying. I said, what's up, man? Man, you know what I'm saying? You think I could get soup. I'm like, what you got? He was like, right now I ain't got nothing. But if you give me a soup, I'll get back to you later. I seen the game he was running the first time he walked in me. Because I watched him around the system. And he was picking with all the new guys, sticking his finger in their food. I already seen what type of dude he was. But I seen him first before he saw me. So somehow they must was like, hey, that dude in cell 4, he got the goods or whatever. So he came to my cell, asked for a soup. I said, what you got? He was like, man, I ain't got nothing right now, but I'm just hungry. You think you could front me a soup? I gave him a soup just to see if he would pay me back. Never got nothing in return. Never paid me back. So I said, okay, when this guy come back, I ain't giving him nothing. So 2 days later, he came like, man, I know I owe you a soup, but you think I could get a couple of cigarettes? I said, man, I ain't got nothing for you, bro. I said, you owe me a soup. I ain't got nothing for you. I'm sorry. Ah, man, it's like that. I said, first of all, I don't even know you, Slim. I said, and now I'm picking his. I said, where you from? He was like, oh, I'm over there from Hab Street. I said, yeah, I know a lot of niggas from. So I started naming niggas. Oh, you know. So that broke the ice between us. Like, yeah, I know such and such around there, blah, 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 blah. So now I could see he backing up off me because he was coming at me. So I had to put my energy like, where you from, Slim? Who are you? Like, you know, like, what are you trying to do? So once he seen that I knew people on his side of town, he fell back. But when he fell back, I noticed a lot of Muslim guys started coming around me, introducing themselves. There was a one dude named Dawood. He was like the head of the Muslims. When he prayed, he made everybody pray around him. So he was like a religious dude or whatever. But I seen him put hands on a dude and literally was punking this dude. So I was like, okay, I got to watch these dudes. I don't know if they try and set me up. Because Sam was praying with Dawood and the rest of his crew. So I already knew what was going on with them. So Sam must have ran and told Dawood, hey, this man ain't trying to give me nothing, what y'all want to do. So Dawood came to me, hey, man, where you from? So I told him, I'm from the northeast side of D.C. Like, oh, yeah. Then he started naming me Pinto, Pimp, and Ty. He's like, man, you remind me of a pimp or something. I don't know where I get that from a lot of people. A lot of people be like, I'm a pimp. I'm far from a pimp, never been a pimp, and don't want to be a pimp. So he started giving me this name Pinto, Pimp, and Ty. For what reason, I don't know. So every time they would have a basketball game, the Muslim dudes would always pick me. Because me and Dawood was the same size. Dawood looked like Mike Tyson to me a little bit. Light-skinned dude. He had a bullet hole in his face. But he was built like Mike Tyson, strong, big face ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So every time, it was like he was trying to bring me on his team, and I noticed that. I didn't know if he was trying to make me become a Muslim and pray with them, or I don't know if they would set me up. Because like I told you, the dude who was collecting the canteen slips was a Muslim also. And he will always report to Dawood. And then here come the dude Sam coming in my room. He was part of the Muslim crew also. So you got to watch everything that goes in there because you got to see who's connected with who, what's going on. So I'm watching all of this. So now I'm feeling like I'm about to be set up. For real. So now all of these dudes coming in there, they introducing themselves to me. And the reason why they introducing themselves because they know I had the goods. I had the cigarettes. I had the soups. I had socks, everything. People was coming to my door. Man, I give you my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 cigarettes. I said, make it 1. Okay. So I give them one cigarette, I get to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A lot of them dudes ain't eat meat because they was Muslim, so they, was selling it for, smokes or whatever. But the more I go, so I'm working out, running around the joint. They'll let us outside. And this dude, Dawood, was always on my bumper. And I felt uncomfortable about that. I felt very uncomfortable. Why does this dude keep coming around me? And remember, in jail, you can't trust nobody. So now, every day, it was a group of people, new people coming in every day. Group of new people every day. So now I'm starting to see dudes on my side of town coming in. What's up, Ty? Blah, blah, blah. These dudes that I knew the Muslim dudes. So they see me interacting with them. Everybody working out. Because people get in group. You got your little rap group over there. They banging on the door. Yeah, I'm such and such beat. Then you got your workout dudes. They over here working out. Then you got your gumps over here looking like women. They all on there. And they on their side over there. And, it's cliques and everybody, got your card players. You got your guys who chase that chase those boys. I don't want to say the wrong word. And, everybody was doing their thing. So when my group of dudes came in from my side, we were like, comfortable with each other. 'Cause I went to school with a lot of these dudes. I hung out in the streets with these dudes. So I'm assuming the Muslim dudes see me talking to some real dudes and then some OGs, that they basically left me alone. But they still, what's up, Pinto Pimper Ty? That's what they used to call me. What's up, Pinto Pimper Ty? So I saw a lot of good dudes come through. So the white dude that was in my cell, he left. And then from there, my cell became a in, out, since it was like a rotation door. People would come in there 2 days, they'd be gone, I get another one. People would stay for 5 days, they'd be gone. I think I had 36 cellies the whole time I was there. And then they had a situation where the felony side people were housed in our unit. Our unit was just like misdemeanors and people who get tickets, child support. They stay for 10 days, 15, in and out situation. So they bring all these felony dudes over to my cell, our unit. And I ran into one of my homeboys. And he was a top-notch dude. I ain't gonna say his name. But he they call me Lil Ty. Lil Ty, what the hell are you doing there? So I told him, just girlfriend, boyfriend type stuff. He's like, oh, I understand. He was like, man, they just gave me 45 years, bro. I say, whoa. He was like, I'm waiting to go to the feds. He was like, I'm waiting to go to the feds, bro. They gave me 45. I said, bro, what you do? He's like, I had 2 bodies. I'm like, damn. He was like, he got found guilty on both of them. So, me and him walked the unit until they put them back on the felony side. The reason why they brought them on the outside, because they had rats or something, or they were painting. I think they were painting that unit. Yeah, that's what it was. They were painting that unit, so they brought all them fellas. I end up having a lunatic felon as my cellie. First day, he was cool. Man, what's up, man? Like, what you here for? He had a picture of Tupac. All of his pictures that he had was basically, he was a Tupac fanatic. You could see it in his spirit. He loved some Tupac. He was cool the first night. We talked. I let him, you know what I'm saying, smoke up my cigarettes and eat for free. The next day, whole different person. Whole different person. So that night we exchanged paperwork. And I guess he looked at me like, nigga, you ain't here for some boyfriend and girlfriend stuff? I read his paperwork. He done shot 3 niggas, 3 dudes, attempted murder, killed 1 dude. And he had all these felonies. So I guess that insulted him. Right? Because all these dudes got these big cases and murders. They think that scares people with just like girlfriend and boyfriend thing. I'm like, my cuz. So once I seen his energy change, I changed my energy. So one day he sleep, I get up, I flush the toilet. Because when you flush them toilets, it sound like a... He get up, get in my face. Don't you put his finger in my temple. Don't you ever flush the toilet when I'm asleep. Like I said, the first day he was cool. Second day, whole different animal. Third day, he was just trying to, I assume he was thinking he was trying to bully me. Man, he put his finger on my temple. Man, I grabbed him by his neck. I'm talking about grab his Adam apple. And I pushed him to the door. Boom! And I'm choking. He's like struggling trying to, but I'm so stronger because I was bigger than him. So I'm like, nigga, don't you ever, you know, you got to make a point in there. Once a dude play you like that, you got to make a point. Let them know, don't play with me. Because if you go to sleep and they think you soft, you don't know what'll happen. So as we tussling, the dude across the other unit, you know, you got your unit, and then as you look on the other side, he's watching us tussle. And it was one of the Muslim guys that prayed with Dawood. So he watching me throw this dude up against the wall. We in there tussling. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going at him on some like, you know, because in my mind, I already knew I wasn't, you know, going to let nobody play me like that. So I was ready for that situation. So the dude across, what was his name? I can't remember. What? Yeah, Sam. Oh, no, it wasn't Sam. What was one of the Muslim dudes? He go back and tell all the Muslim dudes, man, I seen Pinto Pimpata carry that nigga handling him. That it spread like wildfire. Everybody, man, you handle that. Blah, blah, blah. They come to my side. I'm like, bruh, don't even hype that up because I'm not even, that don't excite me. But everybody was trying to hype that up. So dude left my cell after I put my hands on. He transferred out and went out the unit. He left the unit. So he come with all this guerrilla stuff off the paper. You know how you got them internet thugs, they talk all that stuff behind the internet, but when you see them in real life and put your hands on them, they run. That's how he was. He tried to use his paperwork to, you know what I'm saying, scare me. That don't scare me. Whatever happened, it's already written that God got it written for you. So I don't fear no man. So once I put my hands on him or whatever, I had to like, you know, I guess he was scared because after that, he was quiet the whole night, didn't say nothing. I'm watching him, he watching me. We got to stare down. I'm like, fuck, you keep looking at me for a slam? Like, now I'm on psycho mode right now. He like, man, whatever, man. So he transferred out my cell. So like I said, after that, I started ending up just getting, people would stay 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. You know, I never could keep a celly or whatever. So, yeah, that was my experience up 901 D Street Northwest, a.k.a. DC Jail. I'm not glorifying nothing. I'm just giving you my life experience. Kids, please stay out of trouble. Stay out of jail. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I lost 6 months of my time that I can't get back. But it did teach me a valuable lesson. Who was there for you? Who was your friends? I have a lot of respect for the people who did support me while I was in there or came visit me. I want to say salute, thank you. You know who you are. But yeah, kids, stay in school, stay off drugs because it's like a revolving door, in and out, in and out, in and out. You don't want to make that your life journey. It's a bigger world out there. You can become a doctor. You become a preacher. You could become a lawyer, a manager. You could do whatever. But it's a whole different world when you're going back and forth into them jail cells. It's not worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it because when I left, as I'm walking out the door, the guy was like, "I'll see you in 6 months." I don't know if they tell everybody that, but he said that to me as I walked out the door. And I looked at him and was like, whatever, bruh. Walked out the door. When I walked out of there, it was like a ton of bricks just left my body. And it was dark time when they let me out, and the air felt so good. And I just remember standing in front of DC jail like, how did y'all get me in that building? I'm the last person that anybody would have thought I would have been in there. But life will take anybody for a ride. So here at the OG Ty Podcast, I just want to say, stay focused out here because it's all a trap. I'm pretty sure they made, I heard they make like 70, 80,000 just to house an inmate for 1 year. So this is all a trap to keep us in the prison system. It's a business. They make money. Judges make money. The lawyers make money. Everybody make money off your incarceration. So don't allow these people to control your life because once they get you, it's like you're in slavery again. They got you. And they use that to keep you in the system until you just change your life and give it to God. Give your life to God and He will take you on a journey that you will never think that you will be at that position. Give your life to God. Pray when you get up in the morning. Pray. Tell Him, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for waking you up. And thank you for the little things that you bless me with. Prayer will get you out of any situation. But here at the OG Ty Podcast, I just wanted to just give you guys a journey of my life. I'm not perfect. I've never been perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I want to be that guy who has experience. So when them youngins sit down and talk to me, they know it's real. I didn't read this off the internet. I'm not telling you someone else's story. This is my story. I really lived this story. And if I could give you some advice, young man, do the right thing. Listen to your parents. Do it right the first time. Don't let this system get advantage of you. Because a lot of these guys get addicted to that system. And they look up, they done spent 15 years of their life in prison. You don't want to be that guy. They make 60 to 80,000 a year just housing people, probably more than that. So it's a business. Stay out of that business. Create your own life. Create your own destinies. I ain't gonna hold you up here at the OG Ty Podcast. This is your host, Tyrone Dawson, and we talk about real life situations. And I want to say peace, enjoy your day, and we're out.